Hello, this is Bullet, aka the Passive Aggressive Sherpa. In today's video, we're taking a look at what's ahead for Bungie's big update next week. Lots of stuff going on. I think the best way for me to go with this is to just comment on the big things. There's a lot to get through, and I don't want to make you waste all day on this, so let's dive in and then cut right to the chase. They start their post talking about the faction rallies and that New Monarchy won. It's their second time winning, 2 times in a row. There's a car driving by, kind of pissing me off. Now, first up for this big update is Salad Bar. Lord Saladin is back. Iron Banner starts next Tuesday. The game will be Control. And it appears that we will get a new hand cannon, I believe, just for showing up and talking to Saladin. Some of the other weapons we'll be able to get: a reskinned scout rifle, a reskinned shotgun, probably a reskinned Sparrow. I think this ghost is new, and the emblem thing is new. There's one cool thing. There's going to be a new Iron Banner ship. They're not showing that picture. They're leaving it as a surprise, so you can discover it on your own. And I think that's pretty cool. Another thing, if you're missing any items from last season, they have a chance to appear as drops. And I think that's a good thing. It gives you something to grind if you happen to miss out on some stuff from last season. Also, they talk about wanting to allow you to purchase some of the gear and weapons that'll drop during the event. And I think that's great. So they've added, as you can see here, these items, the possible rewards and ornaments and weapons that you'll be able to purchase. And I think that's awesome. Also, there will be ornaments. And I think these are really cool. These have like a samurai feel to them. I just think they're cool. So I am looking forward to all my characters are going to have that. I think that looks awesome. Now this is the part I am so thrilled about. This part I'm just going to read to you because I don't want to screw it up. Masters of the Armor. Many of you have already been discovering Masterworks or Masterwork weapons and adding them to your collection. Next week we're adding Armor Masterworks to the mix. All legendary armor now has a chance to drop as Masterwork. The same rules apply as with the weapons. You will have a higher chance of getting Armor Masterworks from Trials of the Nine and raids. And of course, because fuck you if all you do is Nightfall, which is me. So that sucks. God, that pisses me off. Now, the benefits to the armor. Now, that being said, like they say, you have a chance to get them in other activities, but they're primarily for Trials of Nine, I don't do, and the raid, I don't do. So, once again, they're telling you how to play, and I'm not cool with that. There's a lot of great stuff here, but I think that's a bad decision on their part. It should be from anything, or not anything, but they should have a chance to drop from Nightfall and from things like Iron Banner, special events like that, raids, like they said. But the big things, and Nightfall is a big thing, and once again, fucking ignored. The benefits to the Masterworked armor. Each armor piece grants 3% damage resistance while using a super. This stacks for a 15% damage reduction if you have a full set of Masterworks armor. Masterworks armor can be reworked to a different stat package: heavy, lift, or restorative, for 1 Masterwork core and 10 legendary shards. So they cost 10 legendary shards, just like the weapons. You can rework the stats. The results will be stat packages that are found on other pieces. There is a UI bug right now where if you quickly rework armor sets, it will appear to rework to the same stats. It doesn't actually perform the rework. It doesn't perform the rework function or use your materials, but can be quite scary, so we wanted to give you the heads up. This is just the first version of Armor Masterworks. We are planning to continue updating this system and adding additional benefits. As always, if you have any feedback, please let us know. Happy hunting. I think this is great. I don't like the fact that they're screwing you if you don't do the raid or Trials of the Nine, but aside from that, I mean, we still have a chance to get those, and the fact that they still have a bug in them, I'm okay with that. I know a lot of people are going to shit all over that, but I think it's acceptable. This is new. This is something they're just trying out. There's going to be bugs, and they've said multiple times this is going to be an evolving thing, so they're going to be changing it. They're going to put it out there, let us comment on it, and work it the way we want it, and I think that's great. Now this next part is talking about the raid. I'm not very excited about the raid. I don't really do the raid. I wouldn't mind it just to get the stuff, but anyways, it is what it is. For those that care, I'm going to give you a quick breakdown. There will be raid armor with raid perks. Raid armor will drop with mods that are specific to the raid and reusable. That's pretty cool. Wish all mods were reusable. For the prestige raid, you'll get prestige drops and normal drops. Both is what I'm saying, not one or the other. But you do prestige, you'll get the prestige drop and the normal drop at the same time, which is cool. There's also, I guess, going to be a raid vendor. Maybe there already is one. I haven't done the raid, so I don't know. They will offer a rotating selection of raid gear. This doesn't mean you can just buy the raid stuff and not do the raid. Would be cool for me, but, I get that. You have to do the raid to be able to buy from the vendor, and that's fine. I think that's fair. There will also be a new raid exotic ghost with brand new perks. Now on to some patch notes, and I'm going to go ahead and just read these patch notes. Oh, first let's take a look. Here's the talking about the specific raid gear. Here's the exotic ghosts they talk about. Now these patch notes, I'm just going to read them to you. Patch note preview. Armor Masterworks and changes to raid rewards aren't the only changes coming in the upcoming update, January 30th. Here is a look at a few other fixes you can expect to see in the full notes next week. Prometheus Lens. Flame Refraction perk now generates ammo instead of pulling from reserves. Increased base damage, because when they nerfed it, they nerfed the shit out of it. Fixed an issue where new characters created after the release of Curse of Osiris were not receiving the Flashpoint milestone. Players in social spaces like the Tower receive a notification when their lost and found at the Postmaster is full. Heroic Strike completions now have a greater chance of granting exotic rewards. Cool. Mercury challenges are now available during adventures. Fixed an issue where Curse of Osiris strikes were not properly granting clan engrams when featured as a nightfall activity. Glad that's finally fixed. Fixed an issue where challenges were not appearing within quick play in the Crucible. I just noticed that today. Well, I've noticed it several times, but I noticed it again today. And I'm glad that's fixed. Increase the dismantle timer for Masterwork cores. I don't know what that means. Shader sit down. Now I'm not going to read all this, but basically if you want to get the in-depth version, I'll put a link to this blog post below. But in a nutshell, what they're saying, or what they're trying to explain here, is why it's taking them longer to come up with a mass delete for all your shaders. Basically, it's because when you delete one shader, you get either a couple of shards, or you get the silver dust or bright dust, or you get glimmer. That's for each one. Well, let's say you've got glimmers is the main concern here. Let's say you've got 90,000 glimmer. You go and you want to delete a stack of 600 of the shaders. Well, I don't know how much glimmer that's going to be, but it's going to be more than the 10,000 you need to get to 100,000. And so if they just had a mass delete, you'd get that 10,000, and then you'd lose the 20 or 30,000 or however much more it would be if you deleted the thing. And they don't want to screw you out of all your glimmer, so they're trying to figure out the best way to set it up so that you can delete what's, a maximum, I guess, amount. They're trying different things, and that makes sense, and I'm glad they took the time to understand that. But if you want it in better detail, go read the article. Like I said, I'll put the link below in the description. Now, next they talk about the turning the page, basically their new comic book. I think it's great. I'm not a comic book person, and I personally think, why are you wasting your time on a comic book when the game needs to be fixed? Stop it. I just make my game great again. Stop dicking around with a comic book. But for those that like comic books, and if you didn't know about it, they have a comic book, and I've heard good things about it. Important note here, the update schedule. There's going to be an update on this coming Monday, the 29th. They don't expect any downtime. The big update will be Tuesday. It'll start at 8 a.m. and they hope to have it end by noon. Important, so be prepared. If you're in game before 8 a.m. and you keep playing, I think you can play until 9, but at 9 o'clock, they're booting you. There'll be another update on Wednesday. There should be no downtime. And they mention again, late in the development, an issue was discovered impacting the ability to rework Masterwork armor pieces quickly in succession. Something they're hoping to fix in that update. And then they further explain it here. And then the rest of the blog post is just this stuff. A video, a user video, and there we go. There you have it. That's it. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. It's so crucial right now that I get subscribers. YouTube's changing their system, and if I don't get 1,000 subscribers, all the neat tools I get are going to go away, and I'm so far from 1,000 subscribers. Million miles away from subscribers. From 1,000. Anyways, if you like this video, please consider subscribing, hitting that like button, and if we could get a shit ton of likes on this video, that would be awesome. Thanks for watching.